Hello, everyone. My name is Kristina. I'm a moderator in the Google Slides group. I thought I would make a quick tutorial to show how to set up ManyCam and Google Slides using the free version of ManyCam. So the first thing that you're going to do is open up ManyCam. So if you see here, this is what your ManyCam should look like the first time you open it. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my preset 1. So this is my preset 1. I'm going to set it up as if I am just teaching. So I'm going to click on the I'm going to click on the plus sign, and I'm going to choose the webcam that I want it to recognize. So here I am. I don't have a background because I green screen, but you can't do that with the free version of ManyCam. So okay, so this is what I would use if I was just teaching a normal class. I would just go about teaching. I didn't want to show slides, just teaching. Now we're going to switch over to our preset 2. So here's preset 2. So we're going to click on it, and I'm going to add the webcam to be there as well. So now we have two feeds that look the same, but to the second feed, we are going to add the slides. So the next thing that you would need to do is open up your slide finder and choose which slides you want to use. So I'm just going to open up this one. I'll open up this one, and I will also open this one. So I have a prop slide and I have a reward slide. Now we need to get rid of this slide finder tab because we don't, you could leave it open actually. Let's just leave it open. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the right side and I'm going to push this restore down button that's in the top right corner to make it smaller, because if this is full screen, we won't be able to see our classroom. So I'm going to restore down, which makes it smaller, but it's still not small enough. So now I'm going to go to over here to the arrows. Well, the arrows pop up and I can shrink it down to the left, make it as small as I feel comfortable making it, probably about right there. I also am going to put it in presenter view. So the way you do that is there's a down arrow right here. I will click on that and hit presenter view, and then exit out of the screen that comes up. Then here, I'm also going to hit presenter view and exit the. So now I have my prop slides ready to go right here, and I also have my reward slides ready to go right here. If you notice, this black bar gets in our way. There's a couple ways you can fix it, but the easiest way is to just drag the bottom of your screen down a little bit so it's out of the view of the slide. Okay, now I also need to make sure my classroom can be seen okay. So I'm going to open up my app and I will restore this down the same way we did our slides, except this one I'm going to slide to the right side of the screen. So now I have my screen. Now I have my screen split between the classroom, my app, and my slides. So I can see both things. Okay, now we're going to open our ManyCam window back up. I'm going to make sure it's out of the way as much as I can. Unfortunately, you can't make the ManyCam window smaller, but okay, so now I'm going to right click on this screen right here. This is my second preset. Make sure you've switched over to where the second one is highlighted. You right click and I'm going to say add new layer. So what that does is this brings this little box up here. Unfortunately, on the free version, you can't actually resize this. If I try to resize it, it's going to pop up. Do you want to upgrade? And I'm going to say, no, I don't. So if you're going to do this, you might have to adjust where you are in the camera view so it's out of the way of you. So I'll have to turn a little bit to the side here. Okay, so now I'm going to push the plus sign so I can add the slides to be right here. So I'm going to push plus, and I'm going to click desktop, and then I'm going to go to app area, and I'm going to select the whatever is the place where your slides are open. So mine is the weather find a star. Okay, so if you see this now, this is not very pretty. This has the entire screen in here, so we don't want that. So we're going to go over here to the video tab on ManyCam. I'm going to hit that. And then I'm going to use my zoom button to zoom in. And then you can actually move this in here. Move it around to where it fits where you want it to fit. and I've zoomed in. So now this is good. So if I was teaching during class, I would stay over here on this feed until I wanted to show my reward. And then I would have to go over to this feed. Then I would go back to teaching. And if I needed a prop slide, then I would have to come over here and click my prop slides first. So now when I cut to this, it's showing my prop slide instead. So I might actually bring this bar down a little bit more so it's more out of the way than what it is. Zoom this in a little more. You have to play around with the settings a little bit to get it to where you like it and to where the title bar doesn't, or the menu bar doesn't show up. Okay, so now I have this. There's one more thing that we need to do in order to make this work in the classroom, because if you see, I can't see the classroom right now, so that's not helpful. And if I move this over here, well, then it's going to show my ManyCam window because it's over the slides, so we don't want that either. So we're going to go over on the right side to settings and click on hotkeys. And when you do that, you need to make sure that these are turned on. If it's not turned on, it won't work. So now I should be able to push Control 1 or Control 2 to switch between my feeds. So I'm not actually going to click up here. I'm going to click Control. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to click Control 1, which switches to my teaching feed, and then Control 2, which switches to my slides feed. I didn't actually have to have my ManyCam window open, so I can actually minimize this. I don't know if I will be able to go into, I think it's too early. May 4th is 2 days away, so it's not within 24 hours. So I won't be able to show you in the classroom. But when you go into the classroom, you'll have to click on settings and go to camera, and then make sure ManyCam is selected as your camera. And then you'll be able to do just like I did with this closed. You don't even need to see that. You can switch by pushing Control 1 and Control 2 to switch between the two feeds. I think that's all. Let me know if you have any questions.